Hey programmers, Alvin here. Right now let's go over LeetCode number 94, binary tree in-order traversal problem. So in this problem, what we want to do is take in a binary tree, and we want to return an array containing all of the values of the binary tree following an in-order traversal. The pattern for an in-order traversal is that you need to process the left children, and then yourself, and then the right children. And the important part is you need to apply this pattern recursively. To track things, I'm going to use some abbreviations. So I'll use LSR. That stands for go to the left, then do yourself, and then go to the right. And we're going to apply this at every node. So let's start with the root node over here. So the first step would be to go to the left. So from this A node, I head to the left. So now I'm at the B node. But now that I'm at this B node, what it wants to do is also go left. So I go left further to the D node. The D node would also want to go left, but D has no left child. So it's actually just done with that L step. Now it's ready to actually process itself. That's what the S stands for, right? Self. And so I just add D into my output, like so. Now that D handled itself, what it wants to do is process its right children, but it has no right children. So the R step is automatically done. At this point, D is done with all three steps, so I'm going to return back to its parent. Now I'm at the B node. The B node actually just finished processing everything to its left. So now it's ready to process itself. So I add B into my output. At this point, that means B is ready to go to its right children. So now I'm down at the E node. E wants to print out its left children, but there are none, so that's automatically done. Now E is ready to print out itself, so I add it to my output. E would want to process its right children, but there are none, so the right step is done. At this point, E is done with all three steps, so I return back to its parent. So now I'm back at the B node. If you think about it, B just finished processing all of its right children. So now B is done with all three steps. So now it can return to its parent. So here I am at the A node. From the point of view of A just finished processing everything to its left. So L is done. Now it needs to process itself. So I add A into my output, which means that now A wants to print out its right children. So now I'm at the C node. C has no left child, so L is automatically done. So it could just process itself. So I add C into my output. From here, C wants to process its right children. So I go down to the F node. F has no left child, so that's automatically done, but F can now process itself. So I add F into the output. F has no right child, so the right step is automatically done. At this point, F is done with all three steps, so it can return back to its parent. Now that I'm at the C node, C just finished processing everything to its right. So now it's also done with all three steps, so it returns again. And finally, when I return back to the A actually just finished processing everything to its right, so A is now finished with all three steps. So now I'm back at the root node, and I finished my algorithm. At the top, I would have correctly laid out my in-order traversal pattern for this binary tree, so the order of the nodes is correct. The key thing with this algorithm is that you want to apply the pattern recursively, so that means to actually implement it in code, you do want to code this up with some recursion. Let me show you. So to get going here, I would start by creating the result array. For me in Python, the result list. So I'm eventually going to add all of my node values here. I'm going to initialize it as an empty list. And because I want to attack this one recursively, I like to do a separate helper function that is recursive. I'll just call it traverse. And it's going to take in some root node as well as the result list. So this is going to be my recursive function, so I should lay out a base case. Very classic binary tree base case would be to handle if the root node is null. Or for me in Python, if root is none. If it's none, then just return. You don't need to do anything. And because I want to form an in-order traversal, just give myself a little note here. In order means I process my left children, and then myself, and then my right children. So let me just start to lay down the recursion here. So I'm going to recursively call traverse on my left. So I go traverse root.left, pass in the same results list, and be sure to do self dot here. I'm also going to call recursively on the right. So the important thing here is to be specific and process yourself in the correct location. In other words, I need to process myself after I process the left children, but before I process the right children. And to me in the code, that would be right here, right? So here is where I want to process self, because it happens after I would have processed the left children, but before I process the right children. Processing yourself really just means adding your node's value into the result. So I can do result.append root.val. Notice that it's smack in between. That'd give me a classic in-order traversal. And so from here, over in my main function, Here's where I would want to call top level. Just pass in the root and the result list. This function actually does the recursion and it would add all of my values into result. Finally, just return results. That would be all you need here. Great. So if n is a number of nodes here, time complexity is just going to be O of n, because we're just doing really like a type of depth first traversal on our binary tree. Right, there are n nodes. I'm going to make a recursive call for each node. Space complexity here is also going to be O of n. For one, looking at our result list, right? Ultimately, it's going to contain exactly n items. The other space we consume here would be from the recursive call stack, which in the worst case would never get more than O of n. So we have O(n) time and O(n) space here. All right, I hope you found this in-order traversal tutorial useful. If you want to learn more data structures and algorithms with me, then hit subscribe and I'll see you next time.